Welcome to the channel of Zato XO. This one will be on Warframe. Now, here's the deal. So this is my first time doing this. Well, I did one. I don't care. So we're just gonna forget about that. But anyhow, Warframe is pretty much top of the line to me. One of the best out worldwide. This game has so much potential that it's just baffling where Warframe has come from, because I remember whenever Warframe first came out, which was like how many years ago? Like four, five, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe somewhere along the lines of that. And this, I'm just gonna be honest with you, this game was dead awful. And I mean that in a very nice way, because the systems that they had just was not optimal for people to play. And I came a little bit after. I mean, I came during the beginning, but I was like in and out like some of the other people. And I give kudos to a lot of the veterans who's been with Warframe the entire time since day freaking one, because this was really hard, and I'm not even joking. It had bugs up the ass. This game was king, well, not king of bugs, but you know what I mean. You just could not play this game and be sane. Now, aside from all of that, Warframe has a new update and a new gameplay system called Railjack, which Railjack will be bringing Space Wars. Yes, actual Space Wars, space combat, and Warframe, which are Warframe ship, which is something that, you know, I really don't want to say this, but oh well, Destiny could have taken an initiative on, but they didn't. And I mean, that's their ass on that, because this game is, for some odd reason, people like to put this game in competition with Destiny, and there's really no competition at this point in time, because I mean, let's just face it, Warframe has come far and has went links compared to Destiny. Well, anyhow, aside from all that, this is my Limbo build. Now, Limbo is my favorite Warframe to play of all time, because Limbo is trying to challenge that. Let them. But anyhow, this is my build. Now, for those who are actually familiar with Warframe and how the Warframe mods and builds and shit work, you will know that I'm using a tankier Limbo. By that, you see that I'm using the depolarity rejuvenation, and I had to actually change that shit from the what was it? The Neramon. And the reason why I changed it from the Neramon is because I know a lot of people like to run Energy Siphon on Limbo, but I think that makes Limbo inefficient, because Limbo can already recharge its energy in the Rift by using the Rift Walk. So recharging even more energy to me seems kind of, you know, it just seems out of place for me, because if he's already getting energy, why do you need more energy to spam his moves? Well, you can pretty much spam his moves if you have more energy, and by more energy I mean like things like flow or prime flow, to give him that little extra edge. but overall he should have rejuvenation because he can recover both health and energy in the rift from whenever he takes damage. Because Limbo, let's be honest, he's a very squishy, and he will fucking die in a heartbeat if you're not playing defensive at all times, because he is a defense Warframe. Now, what I'm running right now, as you can see, the Cataclysm Continuum mod. What this does is that whenever I opened up the rift, the Cataclysm, which is the giant bubble of death, each time an enemy is killed inside of the Cataclysm, it adds about 1 second of duration, because the Cataclysm does have a duration type effect to it, and it does shrink over time. So what this will help is, it won't help with the shrinking, but it will help for the Cataclysm to last longer whenever you kill. And it's really fun to actually see that happening whenever you're playing. Okay, another thing I have on Limbo is continuity for extra duration. I pretty much have a base build for Limbo, and I have that for his recovery time, because if he stays down too long, he'll get fucked hard, and you don't want to witness that. So for this first half, I'm going to use a little bit of Limbo, and then I'm going to switch over to let's see who I switch over to. Then I'm going to switch over to Haro, and I'm going to do a big comparison between Limbo and Haro and why they're very similar Warframes, because both of them like to use the power of the Rift or the Void or whatever you call it, except for Haro does it differently. Haro is a support frame, and his abilities are Condemn, which is like, this ability is just so good. Like, what it does is whenever you activate it, it just strikes in a line like a stream, and everything that gets caught in that gets like stunned, and for each person that you stun in that chain of effect and area, it adds more shield, and it has a very wide range. As you can see, it's 29 meters, which is just fucking huge, which it's just too good. His first ability I use a lot because I'm close, so that's why it kind of works for me. The rest of these are all support moves. Penance is when you sacrifice your shield for health and stuff on your teammates. This comes in handy when everybody is low health and you have like 3,000 shield or more. You can deplete your shield and help your team out by giving them health and shit back. The Thurible is for regaining energy, and this also helps you regain energy for your teammates. I didn't mention about the other one. When you use that in conjunction with Condemn, it can Penance. When you use that one, it can also increase your damage for like your guns and weapons and stuff. So that also gives you not only does it give you health back, but it also gives you a buff at the same time. And the third ability is what the fuck? Okay, yeah. The third ability, whenever you activate it, you can activate it for a few seconds, and it helps you recover your energy back faster for each enemy you kill. So pretty much he's a self-sufficient Warframe. You can just solo him and not die because he has so much utility. And the last ability is it helps protect all of your teammates within the area from damage. And you also get more damage added to your headshots if you're using guns and shit. But that's pretty much how he works. I'll use him next after I use Limbo. So here we go. So I'm actually not going to go into the void because that's not a good idea. Limbo is best suited for defense missions. Because that's one of his main objectives. The thing about Warframe is that some people don't like this game.
Our position has been compromised.
And,
defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
The game does have a learning curve, but they've actually fixed most of that shit. And I'm just gonna be honest and tell you that, you know, anybody can play Warframe. Anybody. I mean, a little kid or something like that could just pick up Warframe and start playing. Because this game is all about community and helping people. So even if you don't know what you're doing, there's people on here that will actually help you. And there's people that will help you immediately in the chat. Because whenever you help somebody in Warframe, you're benefiting for the community. Because this game has so much potential, and the devs are constantly doing updates, and they're constantly figuring out new ways to keep players. And I like that. I like that there are actual devs out there that care about their game base and actually care about what their players are doing, and they're actually doing research on, you know, improving the game, and they always come out with new frames and new aesthetics and stuff, so that part you don't ever have to worry about. Okay. Now to make this game fun, you don't even have to have friends to know that you play this, because you're gonna meet some really cool people anyway. That's just a given. You're gonna meet people, and you're gonna find a decent clan that you like. Because there's always people that want people to join clans. I'm always looking in the chat, and I see, hey, can we join clans? Storm Clan, Mountain Clan, whatnot. There's also a lot of people interested in lore. This game has one of the most interesting lore backgrounds, and I'm not going to really go deep into the lore and shit because there's so much shit to start off with, and most of it's spoilers anyhow, because I don't remember some of the beginning, and most of the stuff I know is like stuff that's happening right now. And what you play as, you're actually a character called a Tenno. Which Tenno is like a, you know, ninja, sort of, kind of. You got these powers while you're while you're inside the Warframe. And you can throw like ninja stars and shit, and do special customization. Like this weapon that I'm using right now. Oh yeah. And I say this for all beginners, like, never run missions by yourself that you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, because it's just not going to be a good time for you. And help, you can easily get help in this game. I mean, it's not hard at all. Most of the time you're just jumping around and enjoying yourself while killing shit. Because that's what we like to do, we like to kill shit. But we like to kill shit with a purpose, and we like to look cool while doing it. The main thing I like about Warframe the most overall is that everything in this game you can get by just playing the game. Like, this game is super free to play. All the way. They do have a market where you can buy stuff and get things faster, like Prime Access and buy Warframes with Plat. But aside from that, you can get everything in this game for free. Like, everything. And I mean everything. Now this game is freaking it's just underrated. And now since we got the Railjack update, we're starting to see more people come to it. Oh damn, he died. That's what I was talking about. This is called the Cataclysm Bubble. What I just did, I put it up and I activated stasis. Stasis keeps all the enemies inside the bubble frozen in like a stasis, like, you know, where they can't move. Which, if you use Rift Surge, increases the amount of damage that you do to the enemies and stasis, and it also can hit certain enemies even outside the Rift. If you have enough range. Me currently, I don't have quite enough range to do it, but I have just enough. Now this one, I can open the bubble and I can close it right there. So that's like a bomb. The AoE up on this is massive. Or I can just keep it up. And this is what stasis does. You see that? How everything's stopped? And how they take damage the more they try to get inside the rift. And they can't move. And if you look at the bottom right hand side of the screen, where my energy is at, you can see like I have like 12 seconds, 11, 10 seconds left for it to last. You're gonna have to use a duration build on this, so you need to find a continuity, you need to find prime continuity, and there's three other mods I know you can get at the very beginning of the game if you're farming. that also helps with duration builds. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now. So bear with me. This is very early for me too. Ah, shit. These things that I'm fighting right now are called the Infested. They are infected, mutated enemies from toxins and shit. And they do lots of damage. They mostly attack your actual health, which is the red bar beside the blue bar in the top right hand corner. And this thing above me, it's called the taxing. It's like a little it's like a little thing that helps you assist, like a carrier or something. I'll make a video and explain exactly what it is. Because I'm pretty sure that's what y'all want to know. What I'm doing right now is like doing a melee with a mixture of the other thing right here.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
After this wave, because there's waves in defense missions, I'm about to switch over to Horror. Because I am on a time limit. Like I said, this game is really fun with friends. Once you understand the simple mechanics in the game, which is modding, which is really the only thing that matters, because you can pretty much mod any Warframe to be like super fucking powerful. You will love this game. Like, I mean, I've had games and played with people to where like you could not tell what was fucking going on in the screen. Like you could not. Like there's so much shit happening at once. You'd be like, you come in there and you just see fire and ice and water and all kinds of shit just going on. You're like, okay, yeah. And hopefully you don't have like, epilepsy, because that's what the shit can give you if you don't put the right fucking colors on it. I like to use green because most people can see that and it's not too bad. Even though I've been told like green is one of the worst colors to use because of how bright it is. Now, if you bear with me, I'm actually partially colorblind too, so I will get my colors wrong here and there. The only reason why I know that it's green is because I looked on the color platelet before I actually, started it. So if you see me playing the game and I say a color and it's completely wrong, just bear with me. Now the reason why they're all going towards this, because this is the cryopod, and you have to protect this thing. If the red bar goes down to 0, you pretty much fail the mission. Well, not pretty much, you fucking fail. We don't do that shit in Warframe. We don't fail. We are the 10-0. We are the fucking 10-0. Now the thing I like about this little weapon right here, I can fucking throw at people. Oh fuck. Oh, you little piece of shit. No, you don't. Piece of shit. Fucking fire that goo into my fucking bubble. Sometimes you have to be very, very brutal in this game, even though you don't want to. I know some of the shit in here can be very graphic. But you just can't take shit from anybody in this game. Otherwise, you will get killed on. And you don't want to learn that lesson. You just want to avoid it at all times. Alright. So now I'm switching over.
Very impressive, Tenno.
Now there's some really strong Warframes in here. Alright. I have no idea why that happened, but okay. Alright. Next, I'll be switching over to horror. And I'm going to show you... What the fuck? Okay. You guys did not just see that, but my horror and my limbo are mating with each other. And I was pretty sure that this was like a PG thing, but it turns out that Warframes are able to mate with each other, even though they are mechanical. Well, biomechanical, but I don't know of any Warframes that fuck each other. So, bear with me on this. Okay, My Warframe is no longer fucking me in the ass. Okay. Please don't get fucked in the ass by your Warframe. I mean, that's not viable. I'm not sure what kind of build that's just a very tough build to use, and it's beyond me of how you're gonna be able to complete, any missions while fucking. That's beyond me. But I would not recommend doing that build. And so look at that. You play this game, most of the time people are already doing missions and you can just join up. Hopefully they can't hear me because I'm talking a lot of shit right now. But, oh, nothing. I'm just in the middle of a stream. Yeah, I'm doing a stream up on my Facebook page to show people about Warframe and how good it is and stuff. And now that we're getting the Railjack content, I know. Oh shit, hold on, give me just a second. Because I was just talking about that, how there are people that have been playing since day one, and you guys know exactly what the struggle is in this game. They're like somebody's using volunteer.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Are you guys randoms or are you in a clan? Look at that shit. Okay, so people that are watching, in order for you to get at least any decent drops and pickups and defense missions, you at least have to stay a little bit after wave 15, because only a certain few times when you get lucky and you get a decent drop within the first 2 waves. Each wave is 5 rounds apiece. So you have 5, 10, 15, 20 or so. And I'd say after wave 25, things start, if your Warframe is not defensive, especially in these infested missions, you really start to drop off. And I mean, you just fucking die. So, here's what I recommend. When you start Warframe, to me, honestly, I think you should start with either Axcal or Volt. I like to start off with Excalibur because it has radio blind, which stops pretty much everything in its tracks. It keeps enemies off of you long enough. And plus, he has a Dulcet blade, which does help keep you alive. In instances like this, where you have a lot of enemies at once, and you start to lose sight of what the fuck is going on. Because that happens really quick. this, I think I'm gonna show you all about carrot situation, because there is some carrot situation in this game. You just have to do a certain part of the storyline to get that. And I'm actually going to upload that in my next video to show you about what to do to unlock the features to get your character. You can get your character, you just have to get to, I'd say, mid-game. And you have to at least be ranked 7, I believe.
Extraction is
which
ready,
is not bad.
unless you can handle more of the enemy.
So I'm actually
Continue to
gonna
defend. You will be rewarded
cut my
for your
mic off
bravery.
in just a few moments, because I'm about to switch over. Fuck. As you can see right here, this Warframe is called Frost, and he's really good at defense, if not one of the best Warframes when it comes to a defense mission. This is called Snow Globe. He can put this over on like any waypoint or anything, and it lasts pretty much forever if you like build a build that has a lot of health and a lot of armor. Frost was one of the earlier Warframes, and still to this day, Frost is just Frost. He's just useful all around. Like, I don't think he'll ever, his utility will never run out. At least in my opinion. As you can see that, he can put more than one snow globe up in a different waypoint. So he can actually kind of choke certain areas. When you get inside the snow globe, it slows you down. And it does take health over time. It's just hardly noticeable. And that's just death right there. Another thing about this game is there's some really good weapons. Like, aside from most games, this game has a large variety of unique weapons. I just can't really touch base on that right now because we're still getting a lot of weapons in, and that's a whole lot of explaining. I'd have to make a big video about weapons. Alright. So I'm pretty sure that's like what I'm gonna do for this stream. I'm gonna wait for the next one to explain more about the different Warframes, and then I'll start jumping up on the weapons later. I'm just gonna do one big video aside from my stream on weapons, because I think it's better for me to explain the Warframes and the mods and the build types before I actually do the weapons. The weapons is just, that's a monster. It's a Leviathan.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
Hey, is it okay if I add? Is it okay if I add some of you guys? I've actually got to go right now, but I'll be back on a little bit later.